Which platform I should use to start learning cloud? AWS, Azure, or Google? My name is Andrew Alton, and I will be explaining these questions in this video. Let's start. Hello guys, hope you are doing well. My name is Andrew Alton, and in this video I will explain to you understanding the difference between AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. And then you can choose the right platform based on your goals and career path. Well, we're going to talk about the one of the most common question I received from students and people, and always they ask me about which cloud platform should I start learning first, and well, AWS, Azure, or Google, or let's say called GCP. Another question people always ask me, which cloud providers give me better job opportunities? Well, to answer this question, I can say there is no perfect answer for everyone, which is not good for everyone. Best options depends on several factors, such as all your background. What is your background? Are you system administrator or developer? That's important. Your career goals. You want to be admin, you want to be architecture, or you just need to improve your career level. A type of company you want to work for that. Let's say you are working with the company, the industry is in aviation, or you are working in the company based on software product or something like that. Well, the next item is if you're learning for personal growth or for business. Based on my experience, guys, working with the cloud technology, I have a general recommendation. Well, works for most beginners, but not for all. However, it's a good suggestion. Let's talk about it. Personally, I usually recommend AWS for beginners. And why I choose AWS? Because AWS has a global community, excellent documentation compared to other vendors like Azure or Google Cloud. There's also thousands of tutorial and learning resources you can find free, a huge number of real world example and labs. And this is makes easier for beginners to understand the core concept of the cloud computing, such as EC2. This is called EC2 in AWS. If you're not familiar with AWS, this is called virtual machine. You can consider as a virtual machine. Networking, storage, or S3, one of the most services in AWS. Security, automation, availability, and much more. Now, AWS is also widely used across the industry, so learning give you a very strong foundation. And then once you understand the fundamental, moving to the other platform like Azure or Google Cloud becomes much easier and makes sense to me. Next question is when Azure might be better choice. I know lots of company or workspace already use Microsoft technology like Microsoft Azure or Office 365, or there are bunch of other services like Windows Server, Active Directory. Well, a new feature is called Intra ID, Microsoft Teams, Outlook, SharePoint, Exchange Server, I don't know, Azure Fabric, and so on. So if your company using these services, the Azure is best option for you. Azure integrate very smoothly with those products, and that's the one of the Azure biggest well, a positive point. Many enterprise company and corporate environment prefer Azure because they are already heavily invested in Microsoft ecosystem. Next item, it's about what about the Google Cloud? Well, guys, I have lots of friends. They are working in the data analytic, and if you ask them, they are very, very good relationship, or they have a good relationship with Azure, Google, sorry, not Azure, Google Cloud environment, specifically in the GCP. Normally, they are using data analytic and they are working based on intelligence or AI, machine learnings, big data. There are lots of big company like Databricks, if you ever heard Databricks, they are very well known in that industry. So also for research platform, the often very good experience with the Google Cloud Platform, or let's say called GCP. Google invests heavy in the AI and data technology, and many professionals in the data and AI fields really enjoy working with GCP. Personally, I don't like GCP. That the reason is UI interface is very boring and I cannot handle it. Other than that, there are lots of different with the GCP, Azure, and AWS, which why I prefer if you're starting learning cloud technology, start with AWS again. So if your future goal is more focused on AI, machine learning, or advanced data solutions, Google Cloud can be explained platform to explore for you. Well, now let's start talk about the reality of industry. This is very important because people think that if they learn one vendor, it's going to be help them, and this is the key of the opportunities for jobs. But that's not true. And why is that? The reason it's for is most of company they are use multiple cloud platform at the same time. For example, they are using AWS for the application, Azure for Microsoft integration or sometimes infrastructure, and Google Cloud for analytic or AI. This is called multi-cloud environment, and it's very becoming very common in the industry. It's very popular. So don't worry too much about choosing the perfect platform at the beginning. The most important thing is to start learning cloud concept and gain hands-on experience. Let's talk about the final advice in this video. I personally recommend, which is very simple, start with AWS if you are a beginner. Learn Azure if you are working Microsoft environment. So if you are have the Office 365 or your company have Office product, Microsoft product, try yourself to learn about Azure, and it will be help you a lot. Explore Google Cloud if you are interested in AI. That doesn't mean other vendors have not platform or they are not useful in AI. However, Google platform, it seems much better for those people who have experience with AI. This part is very important. And let's talk about that. The most important part that you should learn about the cloud is if you have the real value of understanding these concepts like cloud architecture, networking, security, automation, infrastructure as a code, DevOps concept. These are most items, and again, it's valuable items that you need to learn. Once you learn these concepts, every cloud platform gonna be piece of cake for you. You can understand all of them, the concept, what is the relationship between them, and there's a huge difference between people they try understand these concept and those they don't want to understand these concepts. Now, once you learn these skills, switching between platform become much easier, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your opinion in the comments. See you next video.